going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Would you like to live in a world where you didn't have to be a slave in order to have a basic quality of life? Would you like to live in a world where your government actually takes care of you? Where your government actually spends revenue on taking care of its actual citizens, where the politicians actually do things for the citizens? Because that's what's happening in Africa. As Africa is building megacities, right? And building new structures or diving into the old African structures, because we have plenty of African structures that would better take care of their citizens. You see, we're stuck in this capitalistic world that the white Western world has forced upon everybody. That's why everybody's a slave. That's why everybody's miserable. And if you look at the side effects and the results of capitalism from its creator, which is the white Western world, if you see the results, it's coming to fruition. It's coming to an end because they can't even replace their own population because of their system. Because people don't have time to have babies. Because they have to work. People can't afford to have babies because things cost too much. Right? And they force you to pay these things. Like in America, how many services are you forced to pay that takes $200-$300 out your paycheck every week, every 2 weeks, every month, just to live? Basic things, companies that if you don't pay them, private companies that if you don't pay them, you in fact can go to jail, or you will be saddled with unpayable debt with interest rates you'll never be able to pay off. Like, that's the white Western world. Everybody is economic slaves in the white Western world. And because of that, white people are going extinct. Their system of governance has caused them to go extinct. And you see, African people, we not going out like that. And Africans have African solutions as they are building brand new cities of the future right now. Even though the white Western world doesn't show these on TV, they don't want African people to know that this is happening. They don't want us to find out, because if we find out, we're going to want to go participate. We may get up and go. We may take our ball and go home, and they really don't want that. So they do their best to maintain the idea that African people are just sitting back stagnant in Africa. Everybody's corrupt. All the politicians are bad. All the politicians are not bad. All our African leaders are not stupid. Yeah, we got some stupid ones, just like we got a lot of stupid ones in America, right? We got a lot of stupid ones everywhere. But see, our politicians are getting their shit together because they know what they have now. They're fully aware of what it is that they have, and they know they ain't got to give it to those white folks. Keep in mind, the systems of old in Africa were systems that were created by white people after they destroyed the systems that were working for us for thousands upon thousands of years before we were interrupted by them. Right? So now we're going back to that. We're going back to black. We're going back to black solutions. There's got to be black solutions, African solutions for African problems. And that's what's happening right now, whether you are aware of it or not. And one day you have no choice but to be aware of it. And one day there will be a massive, massive pilgrimage back to Africa. Even though it's already started. The pilgrimage has already started. But the next one is going to be on another level. Because once African Americans and continental Africans finish completing the foundations that they're creating today, it's going to make it so those Africans who could never even fly to America will have a vehicle, could never even fly to Africa. They couldn't afford to come to Africa. They didn't know the first thing, who to contact, where to go, where to land. Those won't be issues in the future. And it'll be really easy for the average African American, the average Afro-Caribbean, the average Afro-Latino to get on a plane and come and explore their new living options in Africa. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn some teach them. I'm out.
Imagine a country where no one is homeless because the government builds free homes for its citizens. Sounds ambitious, right? Well, that's exactly what's happening in Burkina Faso. So President Ibrahim Traoré launched a project in 2024 aiming to construct about 1,000 homes for internally displaced people. And his goal is to ensure that every citizen has a roof over their heads by 2030. But the kicker is it's funded by reallocating existing government spending. No new taxes, no salary cuts involved. This initiative ties into Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Providing shelter addresses the most basic human requirement, laying the foundation for individuals to pursue higher aspirations. And this got me thinking, could other African countries like Kenya and Nigeria do the same? Let's take a look. So Kenya's 2024-2025 budget, it stands at about 3.9 trillion Kenya shillings. Significant portion goes into recurrent expenditures, including salaries and admin costs. Trimming non-essential expenses, Kenya could redirect funds towards affordable housing projects. Let's look at Nigeria. So Nigeria's 2024 budget is set at about 27.5 trillion naira. Notably, 5.4 trillion naira is allocated for fuel subsidies alone. Redirecting even a fraction of this amount could fund substantial housing initiatives. Of course, it's not just about moving money around. You need political will. Efficient project management and community involvement are crucial. But Burkina Faso's example shows it is possible. So what do you think? Could reallocating funds be key to solving homelessness in Africa? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
Western Africa is starting to get pretty rich, and a lot of international investors are over.
And I hope the Western investors keep overlooking it. I do hope the Black diaspora is paying attention, because eventually, by 2100 that is, the entire west coast of Africa will turn into a megalopolis. Cities such as Lagos, Cotonou, Lomé, Accra, Takoradi, Abidjan will have, on average, about 40 million people by 2100. There's no surprise that the population of Africa is predicted to triple to over 3 billion by 2100. So it's not a surprise. It's just a surprise to the Western cultures who have these preconceived notions that Africa is still dirt poor. And I keep saying this, and I'll tag some of my videos on here. Africa is the future. And so if you want to make that come up, that's where you need to be investing, because that's what the Western worlds are doing.
What if I told you one of the poorest countries in the world is building one of West Africa's boldest futures right under everyone's nose? Welcome to Burkina Faso, a landlocked nation that's quietly turning heads with billion-dollar projects in energy, transport, water, and sustainability. While the world looks elsewhere, this country is building solar farms, airports, and mega roads that could reshape its destiny. And behind much of it, one visionary leader, Ibrahim Traoré. Stay with us as we explore the 8 game-changing projects redefining Burkina Faso's tomorrow. Number 1, Ouagadougou-Donsin International Airport. Just 35 kilometers northeast of Burkina Faso's capital, a massive development is taking shape. The Ouagadougou-Donsin International Airport. This isn't just any airport. It's set to completely replace the aging Thomas Sankara International Airport and become a new state-of-the-art aviation hub. Why the shift? Simple. The old airport is too close to the city center, limiting expansion and posing safety concerns. The new site in Donsin allows for much more room to grow, both in terms of infrastructure and passenger capacity. By early 2025, major progress had already been achieved. A 3.5-kilometer runway and taxiways are complete. The terminal building, covering 17,000 square meters, is designed to accommodate up to 1 million passengers annually. Think about that. 4 million travelers passing through a facility built from the ground up to meet international standards. But it's not just about passengers. This airport will play a vital role in cargo handling, regional integration, and long-haul connections. Covering over 45,400 hectares, the airport is more than a travel hub. It's a strategic investment in the future of Burkina Faso's global connectivity. And let's talk about the numbers. The entire project is pegged at an impressive 733 million. Funding is being pulled from multiple international partners, including the Islamic Development Bank, the Kuwait Fund for Arab Economic Development, and the West African Development Bank, alongside the national government. That's a strong show of confidence in Burkina Faso's vision for modern infrastructure. But an airport of the future also needs sustainable energy. That brings us to our next story, one happening right next door.
I'm optimistic about Africa's future in general, just the futurism of Africa. This is not the only futuristic city that is planned.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you have Akon City, you have Echo Atlantic, you have Freedom in Ghana. I heard about that too. We haven't talked about it on the podcast yet, but I know he's building a futuristic $1 billion city in Ghana. You know, South Africa, Cape Town already done.
Wait. Before you go, for all my subscribers and philanthropists out there, I'm building a solar power community water bowl system in Nigeria. It's going to cost between $5,000 and $6,000. I'm trying to raise money. If you want to participate and help me build this solar power water system, please donate to the Cash App and put solar water in the notes. Solar water in the notes. I'll put PayPal, Stripe, and Zelle. Anyway, thank you. That's all I got to say. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out. Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.